Welcome to the Real P3 podcast, now co-hosted by myself, Casey Bradley, and my esteemed colleague, Philip Johan Oldendahl from Zimbabwe. As we reintroduce the global agribusiness dimension to the Real P3, we aim to connect you with extraordinary individuals who inspire us to become unstoppable in both life and business. While I continue to shed light on the latest in animal nutrition and health, focusing on the U.S. perspective, Johan will open the doors to his vast global network as a Neufeld scholar. Embark with us on this enriched journey of discovery and practical insights. Our expanded view will navigate through the intricate world of agribusiness, powered by the collaborative efforts of Animistic and Swine Nutrition Management. This podcast is your bridge to groundbreaking ideas in animal nutrition, agriculture, and beyond, promising episodes that are not only enlightening, but deeply inspiring. Tune in to grow and transform with us. Welcome to the Real P3 podcast, where science and heart converge, empowering knowledge to spring into action.
Okay, hi everyone. So today I'm here with Dustin Sheppard. This is our take 2 podcast recording. It's my first video recording. It's our take 2 because we didn't behave ourselves very well in the last one. How are you doing, Dustin?
Good, thank you. I'm excited and happy we getting the second try.
Yeah. So if you want to know what 2 Zimbabwean boys get up to, like, don't put them in front of a microphone together. And but we're here with today, and we're old school friends, and it's not a biased recording at all because of that. I think Dustin's story is an incredible one, and one the world needs to hear, because I'm like a huge fan of Dustin, and I draw a lot of inspiration from you and what you've done. And just to give people background on why this is happening and why we're doing this recording is, Dustin, you were involved in a really bad vehicle accident. I don't know, how many years ago was that now?
It's almost 7 years. Last month it was 7 years ago.
That's incredible. So the accident happened here in Zimbabwe. I was around. I was part of your sort of initial journey, and part of the injury was actually a brain injury. If you could just share what that injury actually was.
Yeah, because I had a head-on with the HGV. So because of the smaller, I was the smaller person. My brain was did the most of the impact. I broke my femur and then fractured my C6-7 vertebra, and then I've crushed my skull on the back of the car because of the initial force of my head was the weakest. So I was in a bad way, to be fair.
Yeah, and that's an understatement, because I remember getting the call. We all call Dustin Sheppard Sheep. And I got the call, like, Sheep's been involved in an accident. And I think I got there the next day, and I met your dad outside the hospital. And it wasn't, no one thought you were going to recover. And it was a really long journey. And we're telling you guys about the injury straight off the bat, because we obviously would like people to understand that there may be some speech difficulties coming through from Dustin, although I've seen huge progress. Even from your last visit in Zim, I'm noticing progress. So if we could just bear with the speech, because that was the part of the brain that was damaged. If you can just share that part of the brain that got impacted.
Yeah, my left, the central lobe was the where I had the most of the impact. I've cracked my skull, and then they've had to remove a part of my brain there. So all that right side of my body is got it's a struggle to say, because of the brain processing has limited. I've got feeling and react free then all the right side of the sort of went to sleep in some terms, and then because of the lot of rehab and gym, I've got feeling and then muscle mass back.
That's good. Yeah. And I think the part of the brain that was damaged, also you had to relearn how to talk, relearn how to read, relearn how to write. Like you had a really long journey. And I mean, I remember visiting you in hospital a lot of times. I mean, I'd sit there and I'd read one of the books that I wrote to you. And like, I remember actually getting emotional the one time coming back to work and saying to a work colleague that my friend's gone, like we didn't know what you could see, what you could understand, if you could understand us. And, to see you talking today, and that's why I really wanted to bring it up, because I think you encompass everything that's resilient, and we're going to talk about your journey. But I have to really stress the point where, someone who's got up, who's had such a really bad injury, which affected the brain, you've relearned how to talk, how to write, how to read. You could never spell in the first place. I think your spelling's improved.
Now I have to concentrate what I'm wanting to do. Yeah, because I'm a practical man. I was a technician from age of 8. I was hands-on, and then I was not happy with my progress of my accident, so I chose to do my own rehab, not the rehab people, because I know what will help, and then I had to do. I couldn't talk at all. So I could hear, so I would listen, and I would get the ABC, the alphabet on a paper, and then I would have to learn every word again, and then because of that, I've got some difficulties still, but I've minus spelling. I've have small big words of struggle to pronounce because of it's more processing issue, and then it's a ongoing case of relearning my brain what I have to do.
Yeah, and it's an incredible journey. Like and the brain is an amazing thing, right? Like your story. I've pulled a lot of strength from your story. Like you encompass everything that unstoppable is. You are unstoppable. We knew it from school. We'd always say that. Like we got into a school fight, whatever. We'd say like, if you want to beat sheep in a fight, you got to knock the guy out because he's not going to stop coming. So, and you coming through something like this, people give up with a lot less, right? People stop moving. People use any sort of crutch or disability as a sorry for me story, and you're certainly the complete opposite of that. Because you're living in the UK now, you're independent, you're working, you're earning your own money. Like you've never wanted someone to sort of help. You want to do it yourself. You want to keep going. And, everything we're doing on resilience, people are, around the world are finding different struggles in life, whether it's a recession, whether it's farming in isolation, it doesn't matter. People are having battles. Yours was a physical battle, but also impacted your personal life. It impacted your earning ability. But you're getting up and you're moving and you're getting stronger. Where does that sort of drive come from?
Yeah, stuff happens, and you. What can you do about it? Hurting is easy. Living is hard. So I want to live the best person can be. So I train 6-7 days a week because I want to be the best person of the version of myself, because I know what I was like before my accident. So I've got memories of my previous life. So I have get the resilience for to give me hope of getting my body back to normal.
Yeah, and I said, and I'm going to keep saying it, because your story is impacting people around you, whether you realize or not. I mean, me for one, I've made some life choices because I know your story. I've dug deep because I know your story, and it's something that I hope we can find a space for, where I think the world deserves to hear your story. I think very, likely there's a family looking at a loved one lying in a hospital bed somewhere thinking they've lost that person, because, exactly what we saw with you. You said to me it was really difficult because you were trapped, because you could hear, you could see, you could understand everything going around you, but you were unable in any formal way to communicate that. And I think that gives a lot of hope as well for people who are either going through a brain injury or even, taking that to their own lives. So you're doing good, bud.
Yeah, you have to you have to be proud of what small goals you can do. Because of femur, and then the brain don't talk to each other. So the femur didn't help heal too well. So now I've got a shorter leg, and I was in a wheelchair for a year, and then I couldn't. I'm a leader to say. I couldn't handle people having to push me through my wheelchair because I couldn't use my right hand, so I needed help for everything. So my proudest moment was getting actually walking again, and then there's the joy I gained to actually be able to walk. That will I'll never describe the joy I had, and my family, my friends. It was special day.
I'm sure. And is that what it is? Like, Dustin, have you set little goals to achieve through the recovery period, or have you set one big goal and then you're taking that day by day? How are you in your head mapping your road to recovery and to the point you've got to?
I have a vision of the big goal, and if I see small changes of my body, my brain, and I a bit of a reflex what I would have achieved, and I don't dwell on my achievement, and then because I want that main goal to be better.
So you keep striving for perfection. You want more and more and more. So you keep driving to be better. Keep driving.
Yeah,
so you're not harboring.
Maybe it's a bit of a habit. I have a habit of trying to do more for myself, and in turn, that makes me a happier person.
Good. So you're driving happiness from the successes and the small milestones. So that's good. And I got a question to ask you, and I didn't ask you the first time round because we were having too much fun. What advice would you give your younger self? Maybe pre-accident, pre-injury. Is there something you would say? Because there was a definitive life-changing moment for you when you went through this, and we all feel we're bulletproof, right? I don't know if it's everywhere in the world, but we all feel like it won't happen to us or nothing bad. Like we just put these bulletproof vests on and we hit life, in different ways. What's your advice to your younger self that hopefully a younger and even an older audience could take home from?
Yeah, be comfortable with your own self. Not don't think about the other people, because everyone's different, and because of that, I'll be more confident with my myself.
That's an interesting one, and I'm hearing it a lot actually these days. I think it's coming a lot through my own algorithms on social media and stuff. Is like, stop comparing yourself to other people. Like that's exactly what it is. Like your success isn't defined against what someone else is doing; it's what you're doing. And I think your recovery and your process is defining that as well, right? Like it's me against me. My biggest challenger, my biggest competition is me, to be a better version today of what I was yesterday.
There's no, when you had a piece of the brain missing, there's no competition. And I realized that in the very beginning, because I've not I didn't didn't snap my neck, so I should be able to do 100 normal things. So I tried not to push myself too much, but push myself in certain ways.
A healthy way every day. That's really good, Sheep. Yeah, so I think that's our time coming up. I think we're going to definitely get you back on the show so that people could be a part of witnessing your journey. This is 7 years down the line. It's been a long 7 years. You're talking again, you're writing again. The best part of my week. So when I get the voice notes from Sheep, usually loaded with insult, and we really want to see how this sort of progresses and develops. And I'm hoping as well people can listen to this and really be able to find the space to reach out as well if they know of someone who is struggling, or they know of someone who's been in an injury, I think we chatted about it, where I think the door's certainly open for people to reach out and chat to you, because you are a hope, you are an inspiration, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dustin. Well, we'll catch up with you.
Cheers, bye.